what do you feel that the benefit would be? So, I mean, obviously this is all about your organisation and Merge and your vision, but what do you think the benefit would be for if everyone could say the basic things in sign language? If obviously there's been implication for the deaf community in the sense that it would be much easier for them to, like you said, to be able to do things and learn and develop for themselves, but also there must be additional benefits to everybody. What do you think? I mean, and that's obviously part of your vision. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Sure. So in New Zealand, really it's for people to have that undertaking to appreciate the language as we have it. For deaf people out there to be able to access information, access services and the like. And for hearing people, if you understand sign language, facial expressions, it would transform your professional development, your own, personal development. Because, I mean, hearing people use their hands without realising it, you're gesturing all of the time, you're making these types of, hand movement. It's like, okay, for us in sign language, that's, a comparison. It might be this or that. You're also using space. Facial expression, you raise your eyebrows. And we use that in sign language to ask questions.
But in sign language, it's so much more intentional, isn't it? Whereas we're just using it without having any kind of awareness of what we're doing. So
that's exactly right. You just don't realise it, but it's just, it's on a much lower level. But if you had that awareness around it, and once you get into a sign language class and you start to learn all the different facets of the language, you're like, sure, this is it. Yes, now I understand the benefits.
Yes.
And, you think about long distance conversations, screaming from one person to another person in the room, whereas in sign language, you could have that same conversation and save your voice.
Yes.
You could chat through a window, rather than walking all the way out to have that conversation with someone. So it's really these little things that are overlooked. And so sign language can actually be very, very empowering to everybody. I'd say it's also useful in a factory environment, in a bar, in a classroom, noisy places. You just come into a classroom and you settle the class down and the kids just quieten down.
Yes.
So sign language has power, and these gestures are being used and understood already.
Absolutely, and I can already get a sense just from talking to you and talking to Jamie about how the use of sign language can really help with confidence and communicate at a deeper level.
Absolutely. And the confidence is developed because it encourages you to step outside yourself, because now it's almost like you're being under the spotlight, you're being seen for the language that you're using.
Yes.
So it also helps your public speaking skills, to be able to talk in sign language, to use sign language. So really that light actually comes from within, and it's just radiating out, and so people are watching.
Yes.
And so, and we would just like to really encourage that light and make more.
Fantastic.